Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Uh, didn't get a lot of yes or no's. I got some good comments on the last video that I put up about this little SCX24, and so I just want to do a quick little update on what's going on. Now, mind you, uh, RC cars, actually the RC hobby in general, is an addiction. These little cars, definitely addictive. Definitely can see throwing far too much money into something so small but so fun. Um, so I want to do a quick update on the remote. In the last video, I did not describe everything correctly. The on-off switch got a little light. This is the binding button to help bind it if it unbinds. It does come bound, ready to run out of the box. This is your steering trim. This is the steering angle, so it gives you more or less depending on what you want. It's got a small button here for a low, mid, and high rate. The channel 3 here, I believe, is if you decide to put a servo on the back for rear steering. And then the last one, channel 3, I'm not 100% sure what that channel 3 is for, but this one here has got 3 spots on it. I'm sure that has to do with the rear steering. This might be also for channel 3, whether it's in neutral or it pairs as you turn. So that might be what that is all about. So anyways, that's on that. I did spend more money on this. I want to go over, in the video I mentioned that I got an upgrade when I purchased this because I got a discount and got $10 off, basically an upgrade. So the first upgrade that I got is this little guy right here. It's a 13 gram diff cover, all made out of brass, and it's got this aluminum skid plate on it, which helps because this is a very sharp edge, so this helps get it over it. Other things I did replace the wheels. This is what comes with it. It's a nice wheel. It's not bad. There's no foam inside. It is vented. You can hear the air coming out of it. That does help with a bit of the squishability. These don't squish a whole lot on I'm not sure exactly why, because they should be a lot squishier and conform a bit more, but they don't. These have got foams in it, so they're a little tougher. I could use a softer foam in there for sure to get these to conform more, but these are definitely a more pliable material. These are from Hot Racing, I want to say. No, hold on. Okay, yeah, so these are from Hot Racing. Great little tire. They're the micro rock crawlers. They are a slightly bigger size in height, definitely wider, as you can see. Well, a different grip for sure. This is a little more space in between, which helps crawling, where these are a little tighter. But a great tire. I'm happy with them. Then I got the RC four-wheel drive. That's what that. I keep those so I can remember what the heck I got. And I got these, which are the stamped steel wheels. So normally it's got a little plastic hex hub here that goes on the inside to keep these at a normal stance over the steering knuckle. And the great part about them is you can take that piece and reverse it like I have. Makes a deep dish wheel. and then it widens your stance. So normally the tire would sit in here. Let me get that in camera. Sit in here. Now they're out here due to that. So a little wider stance. It does create scrub steering because your wheels are actually traveling in a different spot in order to, you can see they're not spinning directly underneath. In other words, they're not turning right on that contact pad, they're turning outside of it. And with a wider wheel, it can create a lot of drag, which means this little stock servo is probably going to give out on me a lot sooner. One of the things I did do, and hopefully we can get this on camera, is I shaved down and cut that little nub. It was catching on the frame and pausing articulation. So trimming that down and doing a little sanding gives it all the articulation which you want out of that. I did take the front bumper off, and I put the lights back on, just zip tied those onto the frame. One of the great parts about this is it opens up that LED and it does cast a lot of light down and actually back. So at night driving, I can see all the obstacles a lot better due to that. So that's a great little inexpensive freebie, other than the cost of zip ties, which, I mean, I always have zip ties around. A little upgrade to that. I did cut the body to create space for it. So one of the things I did was I went and got the, and it was only like $12 or something like that in there. I got the, changed out the links. So this was originally about a ½ inch shorter. The original links come to about here. Brings the whole thing in so that when you got the bumper on, your servo goes underneath it. But I put on the longer links here, and that of course made it a little longer wheelbase, and made it so that this was going to hit the body. So some people just notch out that little bit. I actually like the look of this, saw it online and on YouTube, and like that look of that. I might cut it a little bit more, just cut it straight across around here. We'll see. It just depends on how I feel on it. I did cut the, so this, whoops, turn this around. The roll cage was here, had another piece out there, and then the extensions down. I cut all that off. I like the look of this, that little short cab on it. Really, really nice. I did at one point take this. I was thinking about trimming all these down off, but I flipped it just to see if maybe I got a little more clearance to, say, go under obstacles. It didn't really help. So I've left it on like that. We'll go on the inside here. Love these little pull tabs. When I was younger, trying to get body pins off, it was a pain in the butt. I did get this sticker from Hot Racing. I decided to put it here. I think it looks really, really good. Happy with that. I have not done the mod where you switch the battery and the receiver. Probably will do that once I get to the point where I've got some money and I can upgrade this little engine, or the little motor. I shouldn't call it an engine, it's a motor. Engines are combustible things. Motors are electric. This is a great little battery. Again, I probably am getting 25, maybe even 30 minutes of runtime out of it. It's insane. Great little battery. I do want to go over, so as a lot of you know or may not know, I did get the XK800, and it came with this little battery. And to fly it, I bought 3 more online. It was $15 for 3 of them. It was too good of a deal. Had to get it so I could fly more. That plane is no longer usable. It fried the board. It crashed too many times. Just was not flyable. I made a foam board body for it because it crashed so much, and never really got around to being able to fly it because there was something wrong with the board and it just wasn't flying right. So I had these batteries, 2 cell, 300 milliamp. All I did was trim off the little tabs up front that help it guide into to the AK system. And while it's not the same as far as the bulkiness of this, it slides right down in as long as you remember that red is towards the front. It plugs right in. It's 16 grams lighter, which is nice, and it fits right on the battery tray. As a matter of fact, if I really wanted to make sure the weight was more forward biased, I could put it right here, just change the strap so that it goes the other way, and you know, that wouldn't be a bad thing too. And I get about 15-20 minutes of runtime out of this battery. Some people use these, especially in comps where they're trying to, say, keep down top weight. I see people using these kinds of things. So definitely, if you've got a plane or you've got, you know, these old batteries like this, it's great for these little things. So plus there. So other than that, I kept this in the standard place, and because this is an extended, it has angled it. It used to be going straight up and down, and that angle helps a bit with articulation. I could body mount it here, but it does raise the tires up. In the back, which is the standard deadbolt, links here, I did body mount the shock, raises it a little bit, gives it a little more articulation for sure. Which definitely helps. I like the more articulation in the front and a little steadier in the more articulation in the back and a little steadier in the front. I did reverse mount my shocks. I cut off the little plastic fake reservoirs to just get rid of them so there's no binding or anything else, because these do twist a little bit. I was noticing occasional binding on it, but not a lot. And I definitely like the way they look this way, reverse mounted. If nothing else, it does put a little more of the weight down low. They're plastic, so we're talking minimal weight on that. Anything else that I've done? That's pretty much it. I mean, I could go nuts if I wanted to. One of the things here is when the heavier battery's in, and I'll put it in to show you, I get some seriously more squat. As a matter of fact, very little. I got a lot in the front of movement in that shock. Get that lined up. Come on now. Just trying to show. There we go. So a lot more squat with that heavier battery in, so very little here and a lot more movement in the front due to that heavier battery. If I put the lighter one in, it's about the same, but that's one of the things with that. I could always put a heavier spring in if I really felt I needed to. I didn't feel I needed to. Keeps the body nice and level, which I like. When it's in there, when the battery's not there, obviously it's high. Put this in, squats the back. It's nice. I like it. I like the way it crawls. I'm very happy with this. Of course, we are talking about $70 worth of upgrades in it, but the beadlock tires, definitely a must upgrade, especially if you want to try different tires for different terrains, that kind of stuff. Eventually I want to get a set of comp pins and probably build a little course out in the backyard, do some foam and rocks and stuff like that, just to have a bit of fun. But that's the update on this. Still having a ton of fun of it. We've got some rain coming in this week here in SoCal, and so I'll be having a lot of fun with this because I won't be able to do it. But of course, we are a little less than a week away from Christmas. So if you still haven't gotten anything for yourself or for your kids, whatever. It's a great little thing. Great way to start kids out in a hobby. The cars are great because you don't have to worry about anything other than right, left, and back and forward. So it gives them that hand-eye coordination that we're trying to teach them if we go take them into flying and they're interested in that. So this is where I started when I was younger on cars. Definitely a great way to get the kids in the hobby. These are very durable, and you can always get replacement pieces or upgrades for them. So great way to get into the hobby. Very fun. Definitely suggest for those of you who are in parts of the world where winter time means rain and snow and everything else. These are great. You can create an indoor course and have a ton of fun. If you don't have, plane to build or something like that. I know a lot of us in the plane RCs, we plan our winter time as our build time, right? We're going to work on a build, whatever it is, especially if you're into the balsa planes. Us foam ones, I mean, we can make stuff all year round because a foam plane, even though I spread my videos over days just to keep content and everything else, a lot of times I'm filming 2 and 3 videos in a day because I can build really fast. If I wasn't filming, I can usually end up building a complete plane in 2-3 hours, maybe a little bit more if the electronics are a little funky and I want to program stuff like that. But that's the way it goes, right? Luckily, I'm in California, where even in the winter, yeah, it might get cold, but we don't usually get all the rain that we're getting right now. This isn't normal, but that's the way things go. So if you're in a different place and you're looking for something to do during the winter when it's snowy and you can't necessarily fly, one of these is great. Pick them up. It's $100 to $150 is the range right now as of 2023. They may go up with who knows with what inflation might do in the future, but for right now, these are great. $100, can't beat it. But do you remember, it is addicting, and you can put far too much into these. I've seen some on Facebook Marketplace in the $600 to $800 range, which means they've done so many different things with axles and weights and this and that, and it can get expensive quickly. So just remember, it's an addiction, and if you love it and you got the money to spend, hey, go have a fun time. I don't, so I'm doing smart upgrades and doing a lot of research as to what to do. But anyways, that's it. Go tinker with it. Go have fun. Grab something that you enjoy. I love these hobby grade because you can play with them and tweak them and make them how you want to. I may even at some point take and make this. They have monster truck tires for these things, so I can have some monster truck action if I feel like doing that, just changing things over. So anyways, go make it. You can do it. We're going to have a lot of fun. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day, and we'll see you in the next video.